Hello there guys, it's LazyBeast here. So, we now know that the next major patch for World of Warcraft Dragonflight, patch 10.2 Guardians of the Dream, is going to launch on the 7th of November, and Season 3 starts the week following on the 14th of November. So in this video, we're going to dive into everything that's coming in the patch, the big major things that apply to us all, and some of the smaller things that apply to certain classes. Okay, so what is coming in patch 10.2? The biggest thing probably coming to the patch is the brand new zone, the Emerald Dream, which is a massive zone, somewhere we've been wanting to go in the game for a long time. We've been there previously in little snippets, for example at the end of the Emerald Nightmare raid in Legion, but this time we can explore a much bigger portion of the Emerald Dream. Do keep in mind though that this is still only a small portion of the actual entire Emerald Dream. Now this zone is where we'll mostly see the storyline of the expansion continue as we deal with Farak and his Druids of the Flame cronies. As soon as you make it into the Emerald Dream, you will get yourself a brand new dragon riding mount, the Flourishing Whimsy Drake, which is quite a pretty goofy little dude. The main story questline and campaign of Dragonflight will of course continue in this patch, and the majority of that will play out in the Emerald Dream. So what else can you do in the zone other than quests? So what we've got the Super Bloom, which is a large scale public event. You can see similarities to the Tuskar Super event here, so sections of the event are timed, and it happens on a cycle appearing every so often, so you can check on the map to see when the next one is coming up. When the event is active, you pretty much just follow this treant around the zone, completing various tasks to help him continue to grow the Emerald Dream, and the better we do in doing that, the better rewards we'll get at the end as well. There's other forms of smaller public events too, plenty of rare mobs to find and kill, achievements to earn, side quests to complete, as well as pets, mounts and other types of customizations to unlock. I will be doing more videos that specifically dive into everything in the Emerald Dream and what it has to offer, with guides on specific things in some further videos, so please make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on those. So what else do we normally get on a major patch? That's right, a brand new raid. The new raid is called Yggdrasil, it's a 9-boss raid, and the last boss is of course Farak. Now, good news for anybody that plays on the Raid Finder difficulty, when the raid releases on November the 14th, all of the difficulties of the raid will be available, so that first wing of Raid Finder, Wing 1, with the first 3 bosses will be available straight away, with the next wings releasing each week after that. The minimum item level to be able to enter the raid on LFR is 424 eye level, so it's pretty easy to obtain that currently in the game. The raid Yggdrasil does have some very rare items on its loot table, keeping consistent with the past raids from Dragonflight so far. Here are a few notable ones, particularly the Farak trinkets. So the items like this will drop in addition to anything else that drops from the boss, so don't worry, these rare things won't take a slot from a piece of gear that you would have gotten anyway. And they are of course an increased item level because they are super rare. Probably the most notable piece of loot is the brand new legendary that's coming in this raid, so Fear Alath, the Dream Render, which is a 2-handed axe available to Death Knights, Paladins and Warriors. So this, as like most of the other legendaries, is going to take quite a while to achieve, probably be a long quest line, some very expensive materials, so if you want to get that axe, you're going to have to start getting ready to do some work. But definitely a very nice looking axe. Completing the raid on Heroic difficulty will reward you with the renewed Proto Drake customization, the embodiment of Shadow Flame, which again looks really nice. Completing the Meta achievement for the raid will earn you the Reins of the Shadow Dusk Dream Saber mount, and there's also the dragon riding customization Reins of Anu Relos, which appears to be from completing the raid on Mythic difficulty. And there is rumour that this is also going to be a Druid flight form customization, so very nice. So as mentioned earlier, another new thing that's coming when Season 3 starts on November the 14th is the brand new pool of Mythic Plus dungeons. They are going to be shuffled around, so the dungeons we can expect to find in Season 3 are Dawn of the Infinite, Skalakron's Fold, and the second half of that, Mirazon's Rise, Darkheart Thicket and Blackrook Hold from Legion, Waycrest Manor from Battle of Azeroth as well as Atal the Tsar, and the Everbloom from Warlords of Draenor, and Throne of the Tides from Cataclysm. Now yes, some of these dungeons are very old and wouldn't have really been in a fit state to put straight into a Mythic Plus environment, so don't worry though, lots of tweaks and nerfs have already been made to these dungeons and hotfixes are rolling out on the PTR, so these dungeons should be in quite a nice state by the time they make it to the live servers. Isn't that right, Blizzard? Yes. So, can you remember what else normally comes with a new season? That's correct, new tier sets. Every class gets a brand new 5-piece tier set with a nice set bonus on it as well, a 2 and a 4-piece. Some of these sets look phenomenal, so there is a change to the way that tier drops in the raid, so less tier pieces will be dropping from the start of Season 3. However, The Revival Catalyst is going to be open from day 1 of Season 3, so you'll get your very first charge to use in week 1. The only downside to this though is that you now won't get a charge every week, you'll get one charge every 2 weeks. We will still be using the same item upgrading system that we had in 10.1.7, but the names of the crests have changed slightly, so we're still going to use Whelplings, Drakes, Worms and Aspects crests, but they're now just called Dreaming crests instead. A nice improvement on the system though in this patch is that once you have acquired gear of a certain eye level breakpoint in every slot on your character, you will be able to trade in and upgrade your crests from the lower versions to the more higher versions. So for example, when you no longer can make use of Whelplings crests, you'll be able to upgrade them to Drakes ones. The first breakpoint that you need to make is item level 450 in every slot on your character. Once you do that, you'll get an achievement called Dreaming of Drakes, and that will now unlock the crest upgrading for that character. Once this system and some others are fully fleshed out nearer the time of the launch of the patch, I will be doing a gear upgrading and gearing up guide for patch 10.2, so again, subscribe so you don't miss out on that. When you make it into the Emerald Dream, you will greet the new faction, the Dream Wardens, which have a new renown track so you can gain rep with them as well, just like you did with all the other factions in Dragonflight on their renown path, so there's lots of rewards that come from them as well. There is a brand new world boss in the Emerald Dream 2 called Orastor the Hibernating. Now, because of all the commotion that everyone's caused by flooding into the Emerald Dream, we've woken him up from his slumber and he's pretty miffed about that, so we're gonna have to kick his ass and just tell him to tone it down a little bit. You know how it goes. There's all the usual class tuning, some tweaks, some swapping around of talent trees and buffs and nerfs as you can expect from any patch. A bit of balancing always goes on, but there are some bigger things, some reworks for Demon Hunters, both specs, and for some of the Rogue specs, so Demon Hunters and Rogues, look forward to those. You may want to check those out on the relevant links in the description. Alright, let's talk about the character customizations. Druids, any druids around? Get excited. Look at these moonkin forms. You may have caught my little short on this, you know, looking at some sexy moonkins. They are very sexy, aren't they? I mean, let's be honest. Look at how cool these things are. So as far as we know, we're just going to get these as standard as options in the barbershop as soon as the patch launches. You don't need to do any crazy things to unlock this, but that may change. Bear in mind this is PTR, but it looks like that is the case for now. So that's every single boomy happy as Larry, but what about the other forms? Now there's some new travel options, some new cat forms, and some new bear forms as well. Lots of new things. Most of these will drop from the Emerald Dream. Some of them might drop from the raid, some of them drop from raids in the Emerald Dream, some of them from the events and things, various chests and bags you can get from doing things in there. So there's quite a lot of different sources depending on specifically which form you want, but they shouldn't be too difficult to obtain, apart from of course the mythic raid one. Oh, and you know the Druid of the Flame cat form? That has also received a lovely more HD update. Nice. 10.2 is going to be a great time to be a druid. For any Blood Elves, there are also some customizations coming your way as well, including things like 4 new hair colours. But let's be honest, what would you rather have? Some fancy hair, or the ability to turn into a massive fish as your underwater mount? We know what the right answer is, don't we? There are some more minor quality of life improvements coming with the patch as well, so bag space enjoyers rejoice, because crests and fragments, well, fragments have gone, fragments no longer exist, but your crests for upgrading your gear, they now go in the currency tab, so they're not going to be clogging up your bags. The talent trees have been improved so that if you remove a talent point from lower down in the tree, it won't take away all the other talents underneath that in the tree. So if you want to make a quick little change to one talent, then you don't have to go putting all your other talents back in. So just nice quality of life, things like that. And there's a few more things that you'll see as the patch goes on. The Grotto Netherwing Drake that we got as a trading post mount reward a few months back will also get some new colour options and some customization, so pretty cool. We can make those kind of unique to ourselves for once. And the last thing that's worth mentioning in this video is that there will be some dragon riding updates as well, so when we get to the Emerald Dream, there's going to be some more glyphs that we can hunt down and collect for ourselves, and there's one new ability that we'll be able to use to regenerate some Viger from untapped resources, and there's also 2 new passives, so this will be one of those things to get pretty soon after launch, and then just enjoy the benefits of as you go forward into the patch. And there is one of the new raid boss encounters that is going to incorporate dragon riding in it somehow, so do get these before you go and attempt that raid, because it should make things there a bit easier. So there we go. There are some more little minor things that you'll see in the patch as well, but I didn't want to make this video 7 hours long, so that's it for the majority of the changes coming in the new patch 10.2. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I hope you're looking forward to the patch like I am. If you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like down below and comment on the video with any questions you've got. I will reply to everyone, and consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed this video and want more content from me. Thank you very much for watching. I've been LaserBeast, and I will catch you next time. Take care.